time to get the latest on the green and gold as we go in the huddle. In the Huddle on the Woodward Radio Network. In the Huddle is brought to you by Mills Fleet Farm. Now, here's Bill Scott and Green Bay tight end DJ Williams.
Tanner's Sports Bar and Grill in Kimberly. Good to have you along here after the Packers knock off the Rams 30-20 yesterday. DJ Williams, my co-host every week. DJ, how you doing?
Doing good. How about yourself?
Very good.
Yeah?
Very good. What do you think of the Edward Jones Dome?
Edward, is that where we played?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a little small. Turf was a little slick. It wasn't Lambeau, but it was good enough for us to win the football game, so it worked out all right.
Yeah, well, the Packers fans sounded pretty loud.
Yeah, I felt like it was a home game. It was unbelievable. We had more fans than they did. Like the Go Pack Go chant. Usually when fans started at away games, the other fans will start booing and you can't hear it. It didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they roll.
Anybody do the dun 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 dun?
If they did, we didn't
do that
hear
first
it. But
and
they
then
got the Go Pack Go part. I don't know if they did the dun dun dun. Yeah, that part.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I do know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for
All
sure.
Right. Aaron Rodgers continues to put up huge numbers. Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb. Once again.
Hey, I told
once again the karma.
I told my guest tonight, like he's, for those who don't know, it's Davon House, corner, and since he's on the show, he's due for a pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming.
Maybe two.
Maybe two.
Yeah.
Whoever comes on the show balls out the next game.
It's the way it has happened. There's no question about it. Cobb was on the show last week. 8 catches, 2 touchdowns.
Couple rushes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
19-yard. He had a 19-yard run.
That was a good play. Should have been a tackle for a loss, but he made something happen.
Yeah. In fact, he became. Now there's, when you're a statistician, the Packers have all those guys. They, that's their job to look into the record book. So, sometimes they find records that, are frivolous, and some of them are pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'll let you be the judge.
Okay.
Right?
Can't wait.
Only one other person. Basically, what happened with Cobb yesterday is he surpassed in 7 games. Surpassed 1,000 yards in all-purpose yardage in 7 games. That is rushing, receiving, returning, punt, and kicks.
Who's the other person?
The only other person to ever pull that off, and I lost it in my notes already here, but it was Billy Grimes back in 1950.
Yeah.
The only other player in the history. There's 8 or 9 or 10 guys that have done it in 8 games, but nobody's ever done it in 7 games except for Randall Cobb and Billy Grimes.
All right, so. I said I got an Arkansas education. That's 62 years, right? That's pretty impressive that we got that going on here at Green Bay. And for him to be as young as he is and developed and physically, it looks to be more dominant than a lot of players he goes up against. I'm very excited to see Randall Cobb in the future.
I was impressed with the run because it started inside, and then it looked like things were a little clogged up in there, and then he saw this big hole to the left, and he scooted out there and ran for 19.
It's the little people factor. They get lost in traffic, and then they start seeing all these 350-pound people chasing after him, and he don't want to get swallowed up by Big Bear, so he just runs away. Notice he didn't get tackled.
Yeah.
He ran out of bounds.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, got to stay healthy.
You're a guy his size. You probably want to run out of bounds.
Very true.
Now we'll take a little fan poll here. All right.
Fan poll.
All right. Alex Green, we love him. He was on the show 2 weeks ago and had good karma. Had a good week 2 weeks ago after coming on the show.
Yeah.
Last week his numbers weren't so good. He had 20 rushes for 35 yards. He averaged 1.8 yards per carry.
Yeah.
All right, but it wasn't just him. I mean, it's never one person.
Very true.
The line's got to block. Everything's got to happen. So it just wasn't a good day running the ball overall. As a team, the Packers averaged 2.7 yards. Still not quite cutting it when you want to run the football. So, fan poll, would you like to see Alex Green carry the ball 20 times? Yeah. Okay, a few smatterings of claps.
So what does that mean? It takes away from some.
Would you like to see James Starks get more of an opportunity?
Ooh.
A few people. Or would you like to see Randall Cobb run the ball more?
Nice.
There we go.
Fair enough. Or just bring whoever on the show who's going to be running back. Just bring him on the show the week before.
There you go.
Good. Yeah.
So you tell.
I guess it's our fault.
Tell Alex Green he's got to come every week.
Yeah, that's my bad. Yeah. I'm sorry, Alex.
But in the meantime, the fan poll is concrete, so that means you need to go back to Coach McCarthy and deliver the news.
I'll make sure I let him know
on Wednesday.
Yeah. I'll let him know. I'll text him.
Tell them the folks at Tanner's and Kimberly say this is the way it needs to be.
Yeah. XOXO.
Rookie corner Casey Hayward in his first pro start picks off his 4th pass in 3 games, which leads the league, by the way. So
really?
He's off to a good start. Yeah.
That's impressive for a rookie.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
And just to think that spot belonged to Davon House until he hurt his shoulder in training camp.
Man, yeah,
so we'll talk more about that frustration, I'm sure. Although I have every confidence that Davon's going to play himself back into that spot at some point. But, Casey, the great thing is that when somebody goes down, you got somebody that's going to be able to come in and do the job.
Yeah, we have depth here at Green Bay, and they've done a good job drafting. And, now we have another injury with Charles, and you're going to see more players like Davon himself step up. He had the bad end of misfortune with injury. Now he's, up to it, and he's going to rise to the occasion. And I've been calling it for a long time, especially within the locker room and the offensive side of the ball, that 31 is going to be a playmaker. And very excited to see him, especially next week and the weeks coming up after it.
Yeah, if you haven't heard, you mentioned it there, but Charles Woodson is going to be out ballpark 6 weeks, give or take, with a broken collarbone. And that would leave him coming back for about the last 3+ playoffs. And Mike McCarthy says, we'll hold the spot for him. We want him to come back and play. So
I don't think we're going to let him go.
Yeah,
so he'll be fine.
Yeah, but, as opposed to throwing him on IR and ending his season, you don't want to do that.
That's not going to happen.
No, absolutely. So, not too many things really went wrong yesterday. I mean, we mentioned the ground attack could have been better, but it was a pretty solid day across the board, both sides of the football, and then you throw in special teams with the onside kick. I mean, there are a lot of good things yesterday.
Yeah, we're catching our groove, and let this team catch a good rhythm, and then we're going to be a hard team to beat. Jacksonville's coming. We've done that on the road, so we're in. Did you see that Houston game? What they did to the Ravens?
Yes.
So it wasn't.
You basically made them mad.
Yeah, that's how we did it. And that was a good football team, but even good football teams, when they catch the Packers on our day, they can't keep up.
Well,
I don't know if that's cocky or confident. I don't care.
No, I think your record doesn't reflect at this point how good you guys are, because I think it's pretty clear that the Packers are one of the top teams in the league, and now you just got to start playing like it and string some more wins together.
For sure.
All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll meet our special guest tonight, Davon House, and a whole lot more in the Huddle on the Woodward Radio Network. Back at Tanner's Sports Bar and Grill in Kimberly, transportation for our guests tonight and every night throughout the season, brought to you by L&S Classic Limousine Service. Personal and professional service for all occasions. Call Lenny or Sue at 920-730-8297. In the Huddle is brought to you by Mills Fleet Farm. Back with DJ Williams, and time to meet our special guest tonight in his 2nd season out of New Mexico State. Selected by the Packers in the 4th round a year ago, defensive back Davon House.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out.
No problem.
So you got back into action yesterday, and I bet that felt like a long time, didn't it?
Yeah, the wait is over. It's been too long. Really, it's been too long. Last year I dressed out a couple games, but didn't really see action on defense. I had 1 tackle throughout the whole season on special teams last year. But this year, I'm back, happy, healthy now. And out there.
Had to be frustrating because you were making such big headway. Everybody was talking about you as being the starter at corner. Then the shoulder injury takes place, and bam, you're down for an unlimited period of time. And I mean, that job, it seemed like it was yours.
Yeah, I felt like I was the driver's seat. I was driving the car. Had the spot taken. Then I felt like I earned the spot. I worked really hard in the offseason to get the spot, and I had it. It's like that I got hurt, and I was happy the guys that stepped up, and Sam took the spot. Casey stepped up in the nickel role, and then they've both been playing really well. And then Sam went down, so it gave me the opportunity. So we'll see what I can do with it now.
I got a question from one of our listeners out there in stands tonight, you could say it. They were wondering, this is for you, House, how's it going to work now, with Woodson going down, how is the rotation or how is the defensive backfield going to fill his spot with you included? And, you were coming back anyway before he was injured. So if you step up into his role, who's going to step in your shoes and fill your role and vice versa? You have any idea? I know you're not a coach, but we would assume you would have some kind of idea.
Yeah, I'm far from a coach. But my guess would be, since Casey's been playing really well, the corners would stay. We still got, J-Mac, who, we drafted this year, and we got M.D. Jennings will go up for the safety role. And so then when we would call nickel, I would figure Casey would go to the nickel, and I would go out there come in for a corner instead of just coming in for the dime like I did last week. And then when we would call dime, it's either J-Mac or Bush would come in for the dime role.
Who would?
J-Mac or Jared Bush.
Yeah. And I was thinking about that too. And my role on offense, is spotty, and I figured I might be able to step up too as well. So. I don't know about corner. That's a lot of speed to deal with. But put me back there at safety, 15 yards off the ball, I'll be dangerous. Yeah, so.
I think you should start working on your
pass rush?
On your field goal kicking from 50 yards or more.
How about that? Did you see him get after the holder?
Yeah.
That was typical classic kicker getting mad at the holder.
Yeah, so it's one of those things. You ranked first in school history at New Mexico State in interception return yardage. You tied an NCAA record with a 100-yard touchdown return of an interception against Idaho in 2007.
Nice.
But the most impressive thing, the interception stuff is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, you're playing at that level. You stepped in partway through your freshman year. You took the starting job and you never gave it back.
Yeah. The interception was 104 yards, actually.
It was.
Yeah. First start, 104 yards. But I guess they don't count how many yards you were in the end zone.
Well, they should. They do count that, but I'm just pulling my stuff out of the Packers Packers PR stuff. So.
We got to get that right.
Yeah.
Soon. But that year, my freshman year in college, a guy went down, just like kind of what's going on right now. A guy went down, and I was kind of forced to play, and started that game and never turned around. After that, I had 4 games in a row with interceptions. So it went well out there in New Mexico State. Played well, had a lot of fun. Met my wife.
Ooh, she's here tonight.
Yeah,
too.
she's over here. But I met my wife there, and great things came out of it. Got drafted, and I'm here in Green Bay.
It's kind of like Casey Hayward right now.
You got a wife? too?
No, not the wife part.
No.
My guess is he's single, but
you never know.
Yeah. Are you married?
No, but we were talking about that on the ride here. Like, I really am kind of ready to settle down. I guess, but I got to find Ms. Right.
DJ might have a reality TV show.
I have a fear of commitment, but I got to. I guess that's normal.
You know what? Most pro athletes do.
Is that what it is? I mean.
Because the ocean is so full of fish.
That's what I don't know. That's what I hear, and just like, you know me, how picky I am.
Yeah.
But I don't worry about girls, because you hear about, girls trying to get after the athletes for their money. Almost every girl I meet has to go through my sisters, and like if they can. If
they pass that test.
If they even want to talk to me again after that, then it's worth a shot.
And then they probably think you're not worth it.
Sometimes they don't even talk to me again.
They're not worth going through your sisters. So
like they're ready to beat them up or something like that. It's crazy. But they love me, so I appreciate it.
There
Thank
you go,
sisters.
It's just a matter of time.
Yeah,
you'll find yours.
It'll come.
You'll find your way.
Yeah, I'm on Match.com too. So you never know, right?
You know what? Why do I believe that?
Because it's true. It really is true. I did it last summer.
All right, back to Davon. your older brother was drafted in the 6th round by the Oakland A's and played actually in the Midwest League here, right around with the Timber Rattlers. Played with the Burlington Bees, but from what I understand, a year ago he gave up baseball and retired, and now he's trying college football. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Wow.
He was there since I think he was in the minor leagues for the last 3 to 4 years. I believe he was in high A, but with baseball, you got to go through 5 stages just to make it to the big leagues.
Yeah.
And once you make it, you still got to stay in the big leagues, and that's it's a really tough road. I remember going down to watch one of his Burlington games, and they lived like college students. I'm like, you were drafted in the 6th round. Why are you guys living like college students? Well, I guess in the minor leagues, they get paid $500 a week, and that's all you get.
Yeah, but he must have got a pretty good bonus, didn't he? Or did he just put that away?
Put it on black.
It was
lost.
it was all right. Actually,
it happens.
Well, for his round, it was bad. He got like $190,000 in the 6th round.
Yeah.
But that wasn't too much
Yeah.
for a 6th round draft pick.
That's the kind of money you want to just put away, though.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So he has a little bit saved up, but still, it's still a long way. So now he's doing football at McMurray University, and he's actually probably shouldn't say this, but things ain't really going well over there. But so he might be going to St. Norbert's.
Yeah,
is that right?
Bring him on over.
Yeah,
That'd be good.
Talking to the coach, and we see what we can do.
So what does he have? What kind of aspirations does he have? Is he trying to play and then study to get a degree, or does he think football might take him someplace? Because there's not a lot of guys that go from St. Norbert to the pros.
Yeah, it's true. But he's doing the school thing. He wants to get his degree for sure. But of course, every man wants to get a shot at the next level, and it's crazy because we kind of switched spaces. And I was a big baseball guy. That was when he drafted for baseball.
Defending Donald Driver home run derby champ.
Right here.
Yeah, the softball game.
Yeah. So that was my little
claim to fame.
Yeah. But yeah, we kind of switched spaces, and now he's trying to do the football role, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, you know what? If he's going to go to St. Norbert, he'll eat up every ounce of that $190,000. Believe me. So.
Is it expensive to go there?
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going back to school.
Are you?
Yeah.
For what?
Take classes in business management and finances.
Good for you.
I was looking at my pay stubs, and I actually looked and see how much money came in. And I have no idea what my accountant does with it.
Yeah.
I figure I should.
All right, we do need to take a break. We can come back and revisit that. We're live at Tanner's in Kimberly. We'll be back in a moment, and the Huddle continues after this on the Woodward Radio Network. And we're back at Tanner's Sports Bar and Grill in Kimberly. In the Huddle is brought to you by Mills Fleet Farm. Back with DJ Williams and Davon House after the Packers beat the Rams 30-20. So where were we when we left off, by the way?
About my school.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really felt like I started. I trust the person who deals with my money, but when I look at it, I'm just like, dang, where's it all go? I don't spend it all, but some goes with investment, some goes with taxes, some goes with charity. But I really have no idea how all that stuff works. So I figure going back to school, getting an education, and I think it'll benefit me later down the road.
Yeah, part of it's going to your accountant. Is your accountant your agent?
No.
Is your accountant your tax guy?
No, I separate all.
So you're paying this guy, and this guy? No wonder why you don't have any money.
Yeah, that's what. You seen that ESPN broke thing? That makes you nervous. It's 80% of us filed bankruptcy.
Yeah. Bottom line is, do you trust the people that are handling your money?
I do. I really do. And I'm sure everyone else said that too. But
see, my accountant is my wife.
There you go.
She really does account my money. But to tell you the truth, she's way more tighter than I am with my own money. She don't like me spending money, which I don't blame her, because at the end of the day, football's not gonna be here forever. They say the average, which is scary. The average is 3 years, and it's already my second year. So
That makes so much sense now, though.
Yeah,
I saw her with some new diamond earrings the other day. A new Louis Vuitton bag.
Hey,
I get it.
The funny part about that is she texted me the other day telling me I got a Louis bag. I'm like, I was like, no, you didn't. So I come home.
What kind of bag? You know how expensive those things are?
Well,
It's
well,
unbelievable. Like a bag this big is like $2,000.
They tell you how cheap she is. She's like, it's a Louis bag. I was like, let me see. I was like, dang, you really did? I was like, why you buy this? She was like, I tricked you. It's not. It just looks like a Louis bag.
Okay, all right, one of the fake ones. It's crazy because another thing, if people think you got money, you can put on anything, and anybody's like, oh man, I bet that costs like $50,000. Like Randall Cobb's earrings the other day, they're like diamonds. They're like, man, you're really balling now. He's like, I got them for like $38 at Walmart. Yeah. So it's cool. You can get away with a lot of stuff.
How about that Arkansas hat? I bet not too many people think you really paid a lot for that.
What? This thing is like vintage. It costs like $200. I'm kidding. I got it for free.
All right. Mike McCarthy said today he was pretty encouraged by your return to the lineup. He obviously, which is the same thing you said after the game, would like to have the one at the end back. But other than that, it was, you've been off a long time and, practice and trying to get back. And he was pretty encouraged, pretty happy with the way things went.
Yeah. After watching the film, I felt like I played at a high level. Joe, my DB coach, felt like I played at a high level. It was everything.
I felt like he played at a high level.
Yeah, it's funny because DJ before the game, DJ said that, you're gonna have a big game, and even though I didn't have 50 snaps like the starters did, I feel like I contributed really well at a big fourth down stop and a couple pass breakups. But I need to learn how to finish this upcoming week against Jacksonville, and yeah.
I tell you where it really showed up because Green Bay fans, a couple games we struggled earlier. It was always that third down where we're like, okay, defense, let's get them off the field. And a lot of teams would convert. We're like, oh, but how many times did our boy House yesterday shut that down?
Yeah,
so that's huge.
Yeah,
absolutely. And on the flip side, you guys did offensively were very good on third downs yesterday.
Yeah, that was really good. Aaron did a great job. Mm-hmm. And the receivers, I think we had one drop the whole game, which is very good. He was 30 for 37, 81%. I don't know why I know all these numbers, but that's good for an offense.
Those are pretty good numbers.
As a defense player, you gotta love it too. We come in at halftime. After halftime, it's 12 minutes, 11 minutes, 10 minutes. I believe we score with 8 minutes left in the third quarter. I'm like, have we went out on defense yet?
Yeah,
and it's good for us because we get to rest and watch Aaron go to work.
Yeah, Aaron called that, in his opinion, the best drive that he's ever seen.
Well, good.
We're
That's pretty cool.
We're
a part of that. That's the man.
Yeah, Rams had a scout team member last week wearing a long blonde wig.
I heard about that.
Imitating Clay Matthews to the fullest.
Wow.
Yeah. So then Clay was asked after the game if he thought, maybe that's a sign that you need to get your hair cut.
No.
And you know what he said?
How much that hair is worth?
I don't know.
How much Head and Shoulders pays him? That's good on the team because we got like bottles of Head and Shoulders everywhere.
Yeah, we do.
Because they never have to pay for shampoo.
They send him in for Clay and okay, obviously we're in the locker room. We take showers, blah blah blah. That's where people primp and get ready. I don't watch Clay on purpose. All right. But his locker is there, and mine
I thought you
is
were
here.
starting to go down that road, but
his locker is there, and mine is kind of over here. We're kind of close, and just seeing, at the corner of my eye, just some hair just kind of fluttering, when he whips it back and puts the stuff in his hair. I'm just like, that's, I've dated a blonde before, I'm used to, seeing her do her hair like that. And it's just really weird seeing a man, and then he has women always wear that little hairband around their wrist. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he has one. He's so good at tying it up in a little bow. It's unbelievable.
He was asked if the scout team thing bothered him or if he thought it was funny. He said, I thought it was extremely funny. And he said, I think everybody thought it was funny except for the guy that had to put the wig on and imitate Clay in practice. So,
I wonder how he did.
I wonder how he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. wonder if he fluttered his hair. Or another thing about Clay, I don't get it. Like Lambeau Field, you know, it's not the warmest environment ever. But if you watch him on TV, how many times does he take the water and like, it's like he does it in slow motion. Like on the sideline, he'll just spray it down his head and kind of close his eyes, and then just get it as wet as
It's like
wet
he's
can
under
be.
a warm shower. Yeah.
And then he'll just whip it back in like NFL Network does it perfect. They'll put it in that slow motion and get the lighting on them.
Yeah.
The funny thing about that is that Sunday I seen Clay do it. I was like, I want to try it. You know, my hair's kind of long. I put, the cold water in my hair. I'm like, ooh. And then, I kind of with my hair, and I'm like, it's not for me. It's not for me.
Not for everybody.
Yeah. And if you're anywhere within 10 yards of him when he does that flip,
you're getting,
it's like you got a shower too.
I caught it too. He was about to go out on the field. He has his helmet off, and he's just throwing that thing everywhere, and like hit me, and I was like, "Oh, come on, man!" It's dangerous.
All right, you got football helmet full of names.
Yeah,
here.
I do. We're gonna do this drawing, so hopefully it works out good for somebody. I feel like I should let somebody else. Should I, or should I just pick it?
Well, now you dropped one. Now it's rigged, so you better pick that one up.
All right, this is gonna be the person. All right, let's see. Like I said, I can't read. The winner is Jim Eastman.
Woo! There we go, Jim.
Jim, you got 2 tickets. See me after the show. We'll get you
winner.
information. Give him a round of applause. Congratulations. That feels really good. I think we should do it like a weekly thing.
Well, it's
a home game thing.
Your tickets.
Yeah. All right.
You're like the ticket king, aren't you?
That's how I roll, baby.
Just so everybody back at home knows the generosity of our guy, DJ Williams.
We try to be nice down in Arkansas. They teach us well.
You get two tickets.
We get 4.
You get 4 tickets.
So I save 2 for friends, and the other 2 you go to my man Jim.
Yeah, exactly. Do a little drawing out of the kindness of your heart. That's really nice.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Really nice. Yeah, good stuff. All right, we got time for a little bit more. Hey, you talk about baseball.
Mm-hmm.
How good were you at baseball?
Well, you can Google me. I got max prep.
Wow.
I believe I batted 380 something my senior year. Had about 15 stolen bases, but I missed by like 6 games. I broke my finger, so that's what cut my baseball kind of short.
All right.
You ever see the toll they have on their bodies when they lean over that railing and spit out their seeds? It just seems so tough to be a baseball player.
That's rough stuff. All right, we got to come back, and we'll get our emails segment when we return. Still more from Tanners and Kimberly. Back with more after this on the Woodward Radio Network. And we're back at Tanner's Sports Bar and Grill in Kimberly. Our show brought to you by Mills Fleet Farm. Back with DJ Williams and Davon House. It is time now for our emails segment. It is brought to you by Granite Peak Ski Area in Wausau. And those folks are just eager to get it going. That means the snow season. An incredible ski season is upon us. New this year, it's Granite Peak welcoming Dasher. It's a new high-speed quad lift that will service all of the western runs. This now makes 2 high-speed lifts for Granite Peak, a 3-minute ride up the mountain versus a 9-minute ride up the mountain. The best just keeps getting better. For more information, visit skigranitepeak.com. You ever ski?
No.
You ever eager to ski? You ever water ski?
Nah. I kneeboard.
Okay.
Ever kneeboard?
I kneeboard. Yeah.
I was no good.
You ever ice skate?
No.
Ice skating?
I've been ice skating.
Ice skating and downhill skiing are almost the same thing.
Yeah. You think, is it? I doubt that, but it's cool.
Well, the skis are longer, but it's the theory on turning and
In
stopping
snow.
and all that kind of stuff is the same.
Is it dangerous?
Downhill has a degree of dangerous difficulty to it if you're kind of an accident waiting to happen. But I suspect that you're a pro football player. I would think you could pull it off. So wait till you retire, though. I don't think your contract will allow for it. Let's go out and let's get our email segment underway. Justin Hall's with us.
Yeah, in the huddleshow.com, that's the website. Each week you can go there and submit your questions. Let's get right into them. Matt in Fond du Lac writes, I was seeing on Twitter today that there was an epic prank on James Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Can you let us in on this?
I'm guessing this was his birthday today.
Yeah. No,
I would
no.
hope.
Actually, it was his son's birthday.
Oh, good
He
night.
has to
That's
thank his son
terrible.
for this.
All right, so it's his son's birthday. It's even worse. So we get out of our meetings today, and what was that, around like 3:30?
Yeah.
Something like that. And I walk outside, and I see, like, everybody kind of staring. I'm like, all right, who's fighting? What's going on? You know, some fan, is like molesting Aaron. I don't know. So I run outside, had my phone. I'm like, all right, let's get this. And then I see a car. I'm just like, all right, what's going on? And then I realize all the tires are taken off.
Gone.
All 4 of them. And they're sitting on bricks. And I'm just like, okay, now this is getting good. And I see a car that's completely covered in graffiti, like happy birthday on it. There's polka dots everywhere. Streamers are on it. I can't even recognize the car. I'm just like, who left this here? And I see James sitting outside like, oh, man, they done got me. It's not even my birthday. I was like, that's James' car? Like, I know what his car looks like, and you wouldn't think it was his car. And I heard, I'm not sure if they got him, but I heard they put a whole bunch of glitter in the vents, so when he turns the car on, But he obviously didn't start the car because he wasn't going anywhere anytime soon. I don't know how he got home. So that was a pretty cool prank.
That was, that I think has always been a long-standing prank that the offensive lineman would do to the rookie offensive lineman. That's the first time I've ever heard it happen to a position player.
Oh, they got him good. Well, they got
I think
Jennings, too.
I think my guess would be Greg that did it.
It had to be because they got Greg earlier this year.
He's got nothing better to do. He's got a lot of time on his hands.
Yeah.
So.
You know those on packages, those little white foam things that come in packages? They stuffed his car. I don't know how they put him in there. Like, completely stuffed his car. Like, he opened the door.
Peanuts,
couldn't get anywhere in it, so maybe that was his revenge. But that's terrible.
That's good stuff. That's a great question.
How do you put the tires back on?
I'm curious, any pranks played on you guys? If you had
Just
any
besides my rookie year and Aaron, oh my gosh, this was terrible. All right, so they throw water balloons. I can deal with water balloons, no big deal. And I'm in a room getting my hair cut on the 4th floor at St. Norbert's, and this guy, he was like, you know what, I can't take this anymore, and has a sandwich, like a sub with meat, mayonnaise, and everything on it, and just throws it overboard. And I'm just looking at it, the sandwich is in the air, and then it just, pow, lands right on Aaron's face. All right. So Aaron looks up, and it's me like, oh man. I was like, this looks bad, And so he pulls out this gun, this paintball gun. I don't know where it came from. I'm like, are you kidding me? How do you have a paintball gun? And him and Brett Good pull out both of them. It was like the mob was coming after me. So I'm like, all right, I just got to, I'm fighting for my life right now. So I'll go in the room. Of course, security gives him the key into my room. Then I go with more into my room. I'm in a closet, holding on. It's like, please, I'm like, man, I'll just bring you lunch every day. Just don't shoot me with this paintball gun. And he was just like, just come out like a man and get it. I was like, I didn't throw the sandwich at your face. But so after about literally 20 minutes, because he was hot, he finally just let me go. We're going to come to an agreement. You just bring me food on every away game. And of course I did. And I would always sign one of my rookie cards and put it in there for him because I know he wanted one. But we were cool after that.
Okay. I don't know where to go. That is the greatest story I think here. So let's try another one in here. Bob and Madison, what TV show is there that you currently can't miss? Is there any TV show, any series that is a can't miss?
Now, the ones in the media guy that you put down are the same ones that my younger son likes.
Well, now that I got on Netflix, everything. I'm on Walking Dead, back on 24. I just got done, finished watching Lost. I'm going to have to try to borrow, it's called Spartacus, I believe.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to try to borrow that from one of my teammates. So, when I get home from football, we go straight to Netflix till 11 o'clock at night. We do it all over again.
Yeah.
All right.
Tonight, I got what? We're running out of time?
But we'll come back. We'll extend this segment.
DJ was
We'll
waiting.
extend the segment, and you'll get your turn.
I got a good one.
But we do have to go to a commercial break. We will come back more from our Granite Peak email bag. That's coming up after this. In the Huddle from Tanners and Kimberly on the Woodward Radio Network. And we are back at Tanner's Sports Bar and Grill in Kimberly. It's brought to you by Mills Fleet Farm. In the Huddle continues, DJ Williams and Davon House. And that segment went so well. And we stole about 2 or 3 minutes of Justin's time in the beginning. We're going to give you more.
Yeah. All right. So when you're looking for love like me, you'll look anywhere. All right. Yeah. All right. So TV shows. I really like this show called The Voice. It's a at the time it was called The Sing Off. All right. But I really like The Voice. I watch that every Monday. I'll watch it when I get home. But there was another song called The Sing Off, but it got canceled. And it's an all a cappella show. So it's all beats and stuff with the mouth, whatever. So anyway, I was watching, and one week there's this all-girl group, all right, and this one girl singing this Alicia Keys song, and like when she was singing it, and like I just knew she was singing to me, so I'm just like in awe, and so I'm tweeting, the girl, I tweeted her name, did a good job tonight, it was just awesome, and the worst thing she could have done was write me back, all right, so. She wrote me back, and so I was like, all right, I'm in the door, all right? So, we start tweeting, and we start texting. It turns into Skyping. Social networking is awesome. Yeah. So then she ends up coming to Green Bay. Not Green Bay. She comes to Arkansas. Yeah. I'm just like, I'm in love, because, like, if I wasn't sure about her, whenever she would start singing, I'll be like, okay, it's meant to be. You could do anything. Yeah. Just sing to me, everything will work out. She was a California girl, all right? And then I really started to realize what California girls are like. They're just a little bit more free-spirited than what I'm used to. I won't get into any details, but a lot of my friends that would meet her for the first time thought that she was falling in love with them as well, so so that got cut short. So I needed to find a new show, which is now The Voice. So I really enjoy watching The Voice, and I'm in trouble because there's this one girl. She sounds so good, and I'm trying not to tweet her, but I may do it. See what happens.
I'm curious, who is it for the Voice fans? That
I don't want to say
it
that because, like, if she starts, if she hears about my old story, then she's not going to want to talk to me because she thinks I just stalk people now on TV shows.
Well, you do.
I guess I do, but as long as she doesn't know, it's all right.
All right.
Do you want to do one more?
Sure,
or?
Absolutely.
Let's go to this question from Frank and Menasha. How heavily recruited were each of you coming out of high school, and what other options did you have? Devon?
Want me to go first?
Yeah, you got it, man.
Didn't play football really till my junior year in college. I played in youth, but really in high school, junior, and college, the only reason I played is because I looked up to my brother a lot, the one that played baseball, and it was his senior year, so I said, it'd be fun to play opposite side of him. Well, say after like the 4th game, I finally started, did all right. Then my senior year, got my first letter from Sacramento State. It was just a regular letter. Senior year, I was like, well, you know what? Maybe I might be able to go to college if baseball doesn't work out. And then, long story short, walked on to New Mexico State. No other schools wanted to give me offers, so I said, they said if I do good during camp, they'll give me a scholarship first day of school. So, I'm, pressing, throwing people out of bounds, trying to get in a fight, to impress myself. And then luckily it worked out. They gave me a scholarship first day of school. And then the rest is history.
Good for you. Oh, good. That's great. For me, I was in the same boat. I thought, like I told you, I would have been Kobe Bryant if I was 6 inches taller, but that didn't happen. I just kind of got bigger the other way, so I figured football would work out. And it actually started to work out, got some offers from SEC and Big 12 schools, and I ended up going to Arkansas because it was the only school that offered me to play offense, and so I took that one.
You was going to play defense?
Yeah, I was like, the biggest I was in 10th grade. I was like 260.
So what was you going to play?
I was defensive tackle. Yeah. I told you about my insecurities before earlier in the show, and I lost my weight, but it worked out all right.
All right, we'll go ahead and pick a winner.
Yeah, go pick.
All right, we'll go with, I can't not pick Matt Fond du Lac. A great question with the prank. So he's going to pick up the ski package again, inthehuddleshow.com. That's the website every week. Submit your questions, and DJ and his guest will answer them.
All right, good job, good stuff. Thank you, Matt. Congratulations. Jacksonville Jaguars, with a 1-5 record, are up next. This team Maurice Jones-Drew, their running back, is out. Blaine Gabbert, their quarterback, is out. I don't think they got any good players left.
But the crazy part about that is that it is the NFL, so everyone is
Should
really
be good.
Yeah. I mean, we sad to say we did lose to the Colts a couple of weeks ago.
Not saying anything bad about them.
Not saying nothing bad about them, but we lost to the Colts, and supposedly we were supposed to win by 30 points, and we lost by them. So
well,
I mean, we can't go into the game taking it easy.
See, and that's a great point, and it's probably good. I mean, not that you had to learn that lesson, but now that you've learned that lesson, you probably aren't going to make that mistake again.
Very true.
Right?
And I'll tell you what's good. A lot of opponents are coming up, and people are asking about, what about the Jags or the game after that. It's just these last couple of weeks as a team, we've been able to focus on just the one thought of we take care of what we're supposed to do. There's no one out there that can stop us. And these past 2 games have shown that, and there's still stuff left out on the field we can improve on to become a better team. Yep. And so, I mean, it's just a great feeling to go into these 2 home games, in front of our crowd, leading into the bye week. We want to go in there 6-3 and have a nice week to go home and then come back and grind out those divisional games, which really count. And so we're very optimistic and excited to see where this team goes, because we know that we're kind of putting our foot on that gas pedal, and there's not much out there we feel like as a team that can slow us down.
Especially with A-Rod driving the car.
Yeah, he's rolling
6-3 at the bye week. You know how bad Jacksonville is? He gave away his tickets, 2 of them, to the game, right?
All right, and we're doing it next week too. Are they the Gold Pack tickets next
I
week?
don't know, but we'll
maybe those will be the front row seats.
Hey, Davon, thanks for coming out. It's been a pleasure.
No problem.
Good luck to you the rest of the way. DJ Williams, thank you for your work tonight. Great show, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Have a good one.
We'll be back again next Monday night right here at Tanner's in Kimberly on the Woodward Radio Network.